I'm me, Stephen King, and this is my dog Bucky. You might see him a few times in the video. I just let him stroll around and do whatever he wants because I don't believe in acting professional. If you know me, you know that my video content can sometimes be a little bit sketchy. But anyway, so I've just recently started this new journey, air quotes, I know I'm doing that. Clear as fruit. Gets on with video. Okay, so if you're new to this channel, I've started originally. Why do I keep saying that? I've done like 10 intros to this video and 10 times I've had to delete it because I just can't focus today. Anyway, so if you're new to the channel, you'll know that I'll do a lot of things like that because I'm a little bit eccentric. I think that's the right word, and ADHD. So I tend to get a little bit carried away with myself sometimes and fidget a lot, but that's just me, and I can't change that because, like I said, ADHD is something that I can't change. It's just part of who I am. But obviously, if you're new to this channel, I will get there in the end. I've started doing this new video sort of journey where I'm trying to learn how to do makeup. Now I've started college as well, so I originally did a video last week which I posted on the channel, so go back one video because I think I did a hair video, okay, probably never ever take any advice when it comes to hair because I'm awful at it, but it turned out alright to be fair actually, but that's not the video that we're talking about today. So I'm playing with my hair now. ADHD. No, actually I think that's just my personality. I like to do stupid things. But on with the show. Oh my god, I stay focused. Right. So believe it or not, I'm not actually putting this on. This is just me. Like when I'm sat at work at my desk, I'm constantly like playing with the not playing with the mouse. Like I'm doing work, but I'm constantly like leaning forward and I'm wearing my pajama bottoms and I can't bother getting changed, so ignore that. And I'm like getting in different positions, and sometimes I'm sitting up on the chair like this, and you know, people come over to me and be like, sit down, take your feet off the chairs, and I'm just like, no. And that's not me being rude, it's just because I can't like get a comfortable position to sit in, because the type of job I do is obviously all based on a computer, headset on, talking to people, and you know, the most exciting thing you do is play with a mouse. So obviously, not only having ADHD, but me as a person, I find it very, 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 very hard sometimes to stay focused in one position like that. I can stay focused when I'm on a call. I can stay focused when I'm doing my work. That's easier, but just like what's going on the outside might not reflect that, so I might be concentrating on a customer and what I'm trying to help them with, but my body might be like, you know, up here, down here, whatever. That doesn't mean that I'm not focused. Let's get on with the video anyway because we're rambling. So go back and watch that last video if you want to about makeup, and that was basically everything that I've learned or know, which basically is nothing, and how I would apply makeup before college, and then we're going to do an end result, which would be when I finish the course. Now I'm not gonna give you details about the course in the sense of like what you learn, just purely because that's not fair. It's a private course run by a private organisation. It's not a college course where you would, you know, go to, you know, a government funded one. I mean, it's basically you have to, it's like a bit like university, you have to take a loan out to do it. So it's not fair for me to teach. It's not fair for me to take everything that you learn from that course and give it to someone for free, because then that means that I'm basically taking money away from someone who's worked really hard to get it. I think that's how, if I explained that well enough. If not, I apologise. Obviously, I did try going down the sort of normal college route, but they wouldn't, I don't know whether they wouldn't accept me because I'm my age, or you know, I know like they say you can't discriminate, but you know, they're more likely to take someone fresh out of school like 18, 19 rather than me who's 29. I don't mean that negatively towards myself, but it is what it is. So today I'm not actually going to be doing like a full face of makeup because we only got to like certain steps. Now I will obviously give you tips of so the tips that I'm going to give you basically are going to be things that I've gone away and done with the products that I want to use. Now they give you like the information of what you should do, how you should do it, and how you should apply it. Now you can take that information away and come up with your own routine. So basically, if they say one product works, you know, for this client, that doesn't always mean that that product is going to be suitable for the likes of me. So I've come up with my own skincare routine now. I have got a cleanser on the way because I'm new to the liquid, like the creamy cleanser type wear thing. I only got introduced to that I only got introduced to that. We'll get there in the end. Last week when I went to college for the first time. So for now, I'm just going to pretend that this micellar, whatever it's called, Nivea water, is a cleanser. Okay, so let's pretend it's not a makeup remover and pretend it's a cleanser. Okay, so step one that I learned, the reason why, obviously if you watch that video, you'd know that I've come really close to the camera when I put makeup on, because I don't know whether it's because of my age or whether it's just like a fact of life, you know. Maybe because I'm ADHD, I pull away too many faces or something. I don't know what it is. But it's really important that, first of all, you always cleanse before you put makeup on. Now, sometimes when I'd like be doing makeup, sometimes before I'm going out or whatever, I'd have a shower in the morning, and then maybe in the afternoon I'd think, oh, let me just put a bit of concealer on and, you know, not set it with a powder or anything. And I think, you know, by the afternoon I'd be like, why are these fine lines showing up? And it was basically because I was doing it all wrong. So step one that I've learned, like obviously we use pads and we use like a certain motion that we'd do and all the rest of it. But I'm just gonna, for now, because I haven't got actual cleanser, I've ordered it off Amazon. But until then, I'll just pretend this is cleanser, because I suppose technically if it's makeup remover, it does the same sort of thing. I'm not an expert, so I don't know that for sure. And I've already washed my face. No, I haven't. I'm lying. I haven't washed my face today at all, you liar. I was about to say I have, but I'd be lying. Let me just turn that light up a little bit. So you can see, like, even though I thought my face was clear, oh, that doesn't show at all. There's no point in doing that then, is there? So there's a lot of dirt on there, okay? And I thought my face was clear. No, I woke up this morning. I've tried this new eye cream, and it's one of those eye creams which is fantastic, but it's quite heavy. So you wake up in the morning and it's quite, you know, like leaves like a film or crusty texture. It's bizarre. I mean, it's good, it does the job, but it leaves like a weird residue. Like it almost looks like dead skin, like little clumps, but like white snot. Like, I know that sounds gross, but I know what I mean. I just don't know the correct way to describe what I mean. I was about to say yeah, but I don't know whether you actually learn that type of stuff on the course. Okay, so I'm not, like I said, I've got makeup to the side there, but I'm not going to be doing makeup. It's just a short video just to show you what I've learned. So first of all, we cleanse the skin with a liquid cleanser. Pretend that's a liquid cleanser. Like I said, got some on the way. Then I learned this little trick. Oh, I went a bit too close there. Did you see all those infections? Then I learned another little trick. Okay, so your skincare. Now this is amazing. It is hyaluronic acid moisture by B+. It's a hyaluronic booster. It's new to Superdrugs. I'm confused because there's a lot of writing on the screen. I'm not confused what the actual brand name is. That's not being shady. I just genuinely don't know. I think it's called Me Plus, or Be More Plus or something or other, but I'll find out for you what the actual official brand name is and tag it. No, who am I kidding? I'm not going to tag it down below. I'm too lazy. Right, so what we do, I'm going to do this eye as well, even though I'm only going to demonstrate on this one because this is the one where I'm worried about the most. Right, I'm definitely applying this. So normally I would apply this with my fingers, but I couldn't be bothered because I've already rambled for a very long time. So I put this on anyway, which is a hyaluronic serum. Now this is only $3.99 from Superdrugs, which is a UK drugstore shop. If you're outside the UK, I think they can ship if you order online. Don't quote me on that, because to be honest with you, I'm quite selfish as a consumer in that way, so I haven't gone and researched whether or not, you know, someone can get it from outside the UK, which I probably should have done, to be fair, because that's not very nice. I suppose you could find your own version of this that works really well, but I've used serums, hyaluronic serums in the past, which are, okay, cover that up, I've just noticed. You can see your private area on the camera. That's disgusting. I've used products like this in the past before. Now the reason why I'm only doing my skincare around my eyes and concentrate is because I'm demonstrating on like the fine lines and under eye issues that I pointed out on my last video. So don't be questioning why I'm not like doing it round and like everywhere. Anyway, I've lost my train of thought. So I've used, there we go, back on target. So I've used these types of products before, but they're like 20-30 quid, and that one's amazing. It works just as good, if not better, and it is only £3.99, which I was like, woo! I don't know whether that's an introduction price because it does say new, but another little thing that I've discovered which wasn't discussed in the course, but this works amazing when you're applying makeup, because it's got like certain types of silicones in it. When you apply to the skin, it acts as like almost like a plaster for those imperfections that you're worried about. Right, so pat it in. That's something else that I learned. Never drag the skin. So obviously I'm 29, I can't afford to be aging like a batch. I don't even know why I'm bothering to waste time doing the other eye, because I'm gonna go and get a shower in a minute anyway before I do this video, and then start the whole process again. But whatever. So we'd leave that to sink in. Eventually when that does sink, now again, these products are probably going to change as the course goes on. These are not the things that they tell you to use in the course, it's all clinically based stuff that they have, but this is just stuff that I've got at home that I've sort of took away from. Now normally I would use this one if I was applying makeup, just because of the silicones in it. So it's really good for, it's good as a hydrating cream anyway. You know, it's called Hydro Boost by Neutrogena. It's an amazing product anyway. It just works really, really well for applying makeup, just because it stops the makeup from sitting in those creases as much. I wouldn't say 100% because that's never going to happen. No product can guarantee 100%. But if I'm not wearing makeup, I would apply, sorry about leaning this way, but I've got no, I normally have a table set up here, but I haven't. I would apply this bad boy, which I've only just started trying, which is the Glam Glow Eye. It's called Bright Eyes. It's, if I open it, it's quite thick actually, to be honest with you. When I ordered it, oh, what is with the glare? When I ordered this product, I thought, that's a bit viscous, is that the right word? Like thick. So I really did oversaturate the skin and use a bit, sorry, I've got a really itchy nose. I used way too much of the product and it sort of left like a weird pink film. Now that's not the product itself, like that's not Glam Glow's fault, that's my fault, because it does say, you know, use a tiny little bit and dab on, and I just went ham and just went all over my face. Oh, did you see that spit? Gross. And you know, it's what you'd expect, you know what I mean? I'm really weird. So anyway, let's start set a second. So normally if I was not applying makeup, I would use as you can tell, I love Glam Glow. Now, they aren't, I've never read anywhere where they're like cruelty free or anything, so I won't make any claims or tell you to use products if you don't like using those types of, you know, companies. But if I don't really want to say like you're not concerned, because you should be concerned about that, because you really should be concerned about it being cruelty free and vegan and whatever. You should be concerned about that, but at the same time the products are really good. So if they could in the future find out a way to make the products cruelty free and vegan, you know, and make sure it's sustainable and all the rest of it, you know, that would be a bonus. But I obviously started using these products before I started thinking about those types of things. So I really was uneducated in myself on what I want and what I want to be as a consumer. But I'd usually use this one, the Moisture Trip. Now this is new and has replaced temporarily. I think I'm probably going to go back to the Hydro Boost. Is it Hydro Boost? I get confused because I sometimes differentiate between the thirsty mud? No, thirsty. Right, so I always get confused because I use the moisturising version of this, which is, so this is Hydro Boost. Okay, fair enough. So I need to find out what the other one's called, because I switch. Sometimes I'll use this one if I'm having a poor week, poor month, whatever, and sometimes I'll use the more expensive one if I'm having is it Moisture Trip? Might be Moisture Trip. It's the blue one. It's amazing. The Neutrogena version of it works just as good in the gel form. That's what I'm talking about. I know where I'm going. Put the pieces together yourself because you'd expect a lot if you'd expected me to do so. Anyway, let's carry on with the video. We got a bit carried away there. So this one uses mushroom extract and omega fat, which is amazing for me because I have very dry skin in areas. So when I'm not applying makeup, I'd use this. If not, I would use maybe a lighter moisturizer, which I've just run out of. So it's pointless me showing you because it'd be an empty tube. You know, what's the point of me showing you an empty tube because I can't show you me applying it. Anyway, sorry, very unprofessional to be leaning across the camera like that, but whatever. So now I'm just gonna show you from last week. Now this is my summer shade. So did anyone else see that? Did the camera even pick that up? This is my summer shade. So I haven't ordered a winter shade yet, and I normally have like a lighter foundation that I can blend into it, but I don't know where that's gone. So don't be expecting it to be like matching my skin or anything. I am going to come closer even though it's scary because I have lots of infections that I'm, you know, embarrassed about. But I'm just going to show you, you know, I know most people say like, oh, you shouldn't put foundation on the eyes because you're going to put concealer on it, blah, blah, blah. But if you're lazy like me and you just use a foundation and only when you can be bothered to use a concealer, you know, let's be honest, I don't even bother editing these videos sometimes, so it's obvious that I'm a little bit lazy. I'm not lazy in the sense that I look after this doggo. Oh, look at him sleeping. Oh, he's so cute. That was like the cutest thing ever. Oh, hello, baby. So he's like my mascot. So, as you can see, oh, actually, do you know what? That blended not that bad. Not that bad is really, poor choice of words, Gail. Let's just use that off there. Let's not waste the water. Oops. Right. So as you can see from the last video and then this video, the foundation, like even though it's still sort of exposing those fine lines that I'm a little bit, you know, scared of, you know, feeling insecure about, it's nowhere near as bad as it normally would. Now, I am actually investing in some better foundations that are more suitable for my skin type. So I have a lot of oil in this area, but I have very, like, not dry. Well, yeah, actually, like, sometimes it's like a Sahara desert around these areas, so it's quite dry. I didn't mean to point there, ignore that. It's dry here, so obviously I'm going to get a concealer that would work best for that to hydrate, and then for here a little bit of like a maybe moisturising mattifying one, whatever. So I've done some investigating on, you know, different types of concealers that I can use. Let me just pick that thing up that I dropped, and I'm going to try my best to experiment until I find one that it helps improve that, because if you watch the last video, they were really defined, like fine lines, and it was crusty and the product was sitting in them, and you know, I really didn't realise that before you apply your makeup that they're really it. And I'm going to use a darker colour because darker colours are obviously really accentuate those issues that I've got. Now, if I just apply without a mirror, so it might be a little bit messy. Right, ignore the funny faces that I'm pulling because that's really, no, I'm getting a mirror. I can't be coming up that close and using the viewfinder thingamajig to about like pulling those types of faces. Gail, come on. No, this mirror is dirty and it's been with me since the dawn of time. Like, I literally, like, even though I could easily go around the shop and buy a new mirror, I don't want to because this one's like my baby. Right, poor application, which is expected considering the fact that I was using the viewfinder instead of getting off my arse and just looking for something. Actually, let's, even though you're not supposed to put it down here, let's just pretend that we're doing a makeup look just so we can I'm gonna take it under. So let's pretend that we've done a look that involves like doing makeup right across the face. So when we're doing that, we don't want it sitting into these fine lines and things on our face. So that, considering considering what it looked like last time, where it was really, really bad. And I didn't even have makeup here that last time because I didn't need to, because the foundation was just exposing those lines and again, it was a hot mess. So obviously I know that this is not like a makeup look or a tutorial on, how to apply the makeup, because let's be real, I'm only on week 1. So I'm not gonna learn all these techniques overnight. And to be honest with you, this is not like showing you how to apply makeup. This is just me throwing it on your face to show the importance of skincare before we apply makeup, which I never really knew until like recently. Now, any of the products that I've used are all the products that I personally think are amazing and work really well, but that doesn't mean that they're going to work for everyone. So my best advice would be find something similar that works best for you. Now, let me just, what is with that face? Like, that's why I grabbed this. I am actually, no, I need to stop embarrassing myself and buy a new mirror and throw this one away. It's got fingerprints on. I don't bother cleaning it. Stop being trumpy. If you're going to post videos on YouTube, you need to invest in a mirror that is not dirty as fuck. Okay. And you need to stop using the viewfinder because you're too embarrassed to hold up your dirty mirror, so that's not good at all. And honestly, that's just makeup. It's not dirt. It's just makeup that I don't bother cleaning off because I'm a lazy tramp. Disgusting. Anyway, so like I said, it's not me showing you how to apply makeup or anything like that. That's just me just throwing it on my face, just like anywhere that I've showed negative things about my skin that I'm embarrassed about, just to show you that even though it's not like these eyeshadows is only a cheap £2 one, so they're quite drying. So I've just ordered a load of better, these work good. Like obviously you can see it's got pigments and stuff and it doesn't have loads and loads of fallout. It's good, it gets the job done. It's not, you know what I mean? It's disgusting because I just dropped foundation all over it and minging like everything else. So I need to start working on my cleanliness of products, which I've just learned this week. Even though I do clean the brushes and things, I don't really bother cleaning the mirror or the outside of the packaging because I'm a tramp. But they are just as important as for presentation reasons as well as hygiene. Anyway, I've lost my train of thought again. So this is not really a tutorial on, how to apply makeup, how to do this, that and the other. It's just purely to show you what I've learned. Now, back to what I was saying, I've got foundation. Yeah, I've got foundation. I've got new eyeshadows coming. Now those eyeshadows are coming that are, a little bit better quality, a little bit more pigment, but also the formula is a little bit less drying. So, well, a lot less drying. So it's, not going to cling into the fine lines. So the quality is a little bit better. Now again, that's not bad. It works. But for me, obviously if I'm gonna invest in the future, I'm gonna invest in. It doesn't necessarily have to be like expensive, like 20 bajillion pounds. It just needs to get the job done, but at the same time, be affordable. So that's what I've done. And then my other thing that I've invested a lot in is like I said, my concealer, my skincare. So when I've got those products and they've arrived, it's my Amazon Dropbox. I'll start doing videos with them and using them. I've got new brushes coming because, let's be honest, even though this is only newish, we need to, I need to develop a kit where it's like, nope, it needs to be fresh, it needs to be clean. You need to get a mirror that is not, part of a plague or, could infect. Well, no, let's not go that far. I'm not disgusting. There's no bacteria on there that like's gonna like end the world or anything. Whoa. What did I do? There's no bacteria on there that's going to end the world, but it's not ideal. Especially if I'm going to be practicing on people in the future. It's not really something that I should be, worried. It's not something that I should present myself as because it comes off like I'm dirty, and I'm not, because literally I'm really not. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you've managed to make through the whole, like I said, if you managed to make it through the whole entire video without going girly, hate you. And even if you did hate me, I don't care anyway. But if you have managed to make it through the whole video, thanks for waiting around. Thanks for following me. Got you there. Thanks for subscribing. You better add. And thank you for paying attention. If you've got any tips, tricks, products that work even better than the products that I've shown, then that would be great. If you've got any like application techniques, ignore this. This is not an application technique. It was just to show you the imperfections that I worry about. So ignore this. If you've got any like application techniques, like, you know, or certain types of brushes or anything like that, don't be afraid to comment them down below. You don't have to like, subscribe, or even like me at all to recommend a product. If you know a product that really works, regardless of whether you give a crap or a rat pooey badooey about me, the channel, anything that you've seen, if you know products that work, then that's all that matters, because it's about, you know, getting the products that work and develop and all the rest of it. It's more important than you liking me as a person or liking this channel or subscribing. I don't care about money or making, you know, ad revenue or whatever. You know, the only thing I care more about is the actual product working and how I can improve my end game, and also help people on their journey with improving their end game. You know, which end game for me wouldn't be like, oh, that's it, because there's always room to develop. It's like sort of getting to the point where I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not embarrassed anymore, and able to call myself a makeup artist or a beauty therapist or whatever title you want to give yourself. Still room to grow, but without the embarrassment of going, you suck ass. So thank you very much. Please leave your comments down below. Please subscribe if you'd like to. Please ignore that ice cream truck music if you can hear it. Thank you. Say bye, Boogie. Oh. Bye, guys.